I'm out here in the Texas Hill Country. Been taking a pre-dawn hike, and the moon that came up last night, full and champagne colored, is now preparing to set. You can see Austin down there in the distance. The reason I'm shooting this video is that it's at times like this that the mind is so clear and focused and crisp that I realize why I get so angry and yell and scream on the radio. And it's because I live this every single day, researching the information, knowing that I'm telling the truth. And it's very, very frustrating to just see the tyranny getting worse and worse by the minute, and to know that all the good things in the world act as a facade to basically cover up the evil that's going on right behind the scenes. And that's really the big issue, is that I know they're putting bug poison, sodium fluoride in the water to brain damage us. They admit it in their own documents, John P. Holder and others. I know they're deploying weaponized GMO to attack our fertility and our genetics and to give us cancer, on record. I know that they're setting up a planetary world government and trying to dominate the future of humanity and control our destiny and shutter the future for the majority of the population of the world, while trying to dumb us down. You know, in 1984, Winston says freedom is the ability to say 2 + 2 = 4. And you know, under Common Core, this is going on globally, they teach elementary students that 2 + 2 can equal 5 or whatever they want it to. This is literally the most hardcore authoritarianism you can imagine. There's an article up on Infowars.com where in Garden City, New York, they have banned people washing their cars on their own private property.
Washing the car and things like that, you're not allowed to do it.
On your own property?
That's a law. Want to see it?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't make up. I ain't just driving down the street to come over here and drink your okay? I got a call from my lieutenant to come over here. Water violations, washing motor vehicles, rugs, furniture prohibited in public place.
This is a private area.
This is a private residential
yeah, this
property.
is like a private home.
Okay, that's what you say.
That's beyond martial law. Even in an authoritarian state, people can carry on about their business. They are banning, under global standardization and zoning, Agenda 21, all human individual activity that's not corporate or government sanctioned. They're attacking the family. They're arresting people that play with Nerf guns in their backyard. I mean, we're already under a martial law, and it's being phased in. We have to admit it to ourselves. And we have to defend all that is good in the world against all that is corrupt. I mean, it's just that simple. And I get frustrated because we're in this learned helplessness, mass Stockholm syndrome, where people have incrementally been made comfortable, like the frog in the proverbial pot, with the tyranny. And so those of us that are awake are watching it accelerate all around us, and watching people be picked off one by one, and watching the global empire take down all these third world countries and murder people by the millions in some cases and by the hundreds of thousands in others. And then calling it peace, and just seeing the sick celebrity culture. And that's why I get frustrated and angry, because at a subconscious level, I feel like I'm almost part of it, because I'm successful, I'm comfortable, I'm sitting here in Austin, Texas, watching all this unfold, and I feel like I'm not doing enough. And I'm basically just accepting it. And I'm trying to rack my brain, what do we do that shakes people out of their trance? What do we do? How do we get people to realize how serious in life and death this is, but how it's a new kind of war, an incremental mind war, and a biological and chemical and radiological war, and that driving it is a spirit of pure evil? How do you ever get that across to people? Because they're scared deep down. Deep down, their subconscious mind knows this is all true. And so they want to deny it. I want to deny it. But it's just all manifest in front of everyone. All of it. The NSA spying, the police state, the secret prisons, the black sites, all of it. And giving into it in fear is only going to make it all come true and get that much worse. We have to admit the situation we're in. And that's why I get angry when people call up and say, oh, thank you, you're doing a great job and all this. Caller after caller, it's like torture. Because I don't feel like I'm doing enough. And I feel like we're all just sitting here comfortably talking about the Titanic going under while we're sitting on the Titanic. That's my point. I mean, I'm up here saying the ship is sinking, the ship is sinking. And people are saying, thank you for telling us it's sinking, but we're doing nothing. Another point that needs to be made about this incrementalism is that it's designed to capture those the lowest down on the rung, who are the weakest and the most unaware, and to be comfortable for those up above it until it's their turn to go under the major social engineering. And again, everyone is under varying levels of the conditioning that hits from all angles, the mind warfare sciences. But it's designed to almost give comfort to those on the islands above the rising sea of dehumanization. As we watch others from afar caught in the net, we feel secure and thankful that our time has not yet come, when in truth the net is already fast around us. We have to admit the net is there to free ourselves from it. So that's the issue. So humanity has a big choice to make. Get off the globalist Titanic or right the ship. But there isn't a lot of time left. We're already in deep martial law at many levels. It's not coming. It's here. And we are seen as nothing but animals who don't even matter in the final equation by the globalist. And if we continue to deny that social engineering is going on, if we continue to deny what's right in front of our face, that really makes them right about us, doesn't it? We talk about the final frontier, space, and it is an important frontier. And there's many other frontiers, the undersea, dimensional research. But the true final frontier is the human mind and the human spirit for us as a species. And we have to be honest about that. And we have to ask, is this a new dawn of human awakening and enlightenment, or is it really the sun setting? Well, I'm shooting this at dawn, so I hope that that's a metaphor for humans coming out of the cave and realizing that we've conquered the world to a great extent. We've conquered the saber-toothed cats, the big bears. We've conquered the lions on the African plain. But can we conquer our own twisted side? Or will we let the globalists breed us like cattle and set up the ultimate predatory system where they are the Morlocks and we are the Eloi?
Is this the human race of the future? Or is this the Morlocks, fiendish creatures who live in a weird underground world? And the Eloi, the tranquil sunshine people, who the Morlocks dominate and maintain like cattle, luring them below with the hypnotic wail of the sirens, to feed upon them in cannibalistic horror.
Carefree Eloi, who don't even pay attention as our kinsmen are drugged to their deaths and literally fed on. By the way, H.G. Wells, author of The New World Order, admitted in radio interviews that he saw the elite as the Morlocks. So it's all a open letter to the public telling you what they're doing to you. It was H.G. Wells, to paraphrase him, that said, there's going to be a lot of beautiful, wonderful, well-meaning people we're going to have to kill to bring in our new world order. And many others have said that as well. And it's a place where these predators can basically play God. So again, it's really up to you what you're going to do. But the noose is closing very, very quickly on this planet. And it's all being done so an upper caste of social engineers can play God. So the truth is, they're just humans just like us. In fact, they're twisted. Many of them are inbred. They've inbred psychopathic and sociopathic tendencies, aggressive tendencies, tendencies towards dominance. They understand strategy. They understand guile. They understand all the different art forms of dominance and oppression. But they do not have a loving side. And they don't have wisdom to see 20, 30 steps ahead. They have knowledge, but not wisdom. Because if they had true wisdom and were wise, they would realize the path they're on, joining with evil, embracing evil, becoming evil, believing that they're empowered by true destruction, will bring them down in the end. There's no way that the system they're setting up won't destroy them in the end. There's no way they'll be able to turn it off, what they're putting in motion. So I would say again to the establishment now, turn back before it's too late. And I say that to all of humanity, because truly we are on this ship together. Alex Jones signing off.